This is WRC Generations. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So this is an interesting entry within the Rally Focus series, as it introduces the hybrid concept or hybrid models concept, and is actually the last of this particular company having the licensing to this series, which is kind of a bit of a shame because they've been releasing these for years and years and years, as long as I can really remember, so it is a bit odd to actually see that kind of come to a bit of a close. So what are we getting here on the Series X? Well, there's two different modes. There is a 4K 30 mode, and there is a 2K 60 FPS mode, which is kind of the go-to preference, I would say, to get that higher frame rate. It's also a bit odd because 2K in itself, typically from like an official standpoint, it's supposed to be like 1080p would be the note of what 2K is, whereas this looks to be giving us 1440p, which would be like 2.5K. But you know, little things here or there, I guess you would say, in that regard. I'm sure most people don't care. So it does look alright. I mean, it's a significant drop from the 4K 30 mode. It's just a little disappointing that we aren't able to get like a full, you know, or a dynamic 4K 60 going on in this one. It also seems like we've dropped the, because I believe a previous version or two of this had the 120 FPS mode, so that appears to be dropped for this entry. And yeah, so you get the most extensive selection of the rally options they've ever done for this series. You're going to see some switches as we show off the two different resoluting modes, because you actually have to go to the main menu in order to change that. So when we get to the next race, you will see that adjustment where you go to the 4K 30, so you can see what that one is like in action. But yeah, it's kind of amazing that it's coming to like an end, right? Like, this is something I've just seen them release so many times. It's kind of amazing. But you know what happens with licenses and stuff like that. Just a shame we don't get to see this go further, because they have spent so long making so many, you know, 750 kilometers of unique special stages across 22 countries, 49 teams from the 2022 seasons there, Rally 1, Rally 2 Junior, WRC, 37 legendary cars, 165 timed special stages. They've redone the Rally Suite environments. There's 6 brand new special stages in the Umeå region. So like I was saying, they've got, you know, tons of unique racetracks that they've been building and adding and expanding upon over, I don't know, at least several years. I mean, I've covered a few of these on and off over time, so just a bit crazy to think that it's, yeah, again, coming to an end. It's kind of crazy. So this is your last sort of go at this particular take on, you know, this type of rally, and it'll be interesting to see how this evolves over time. So yeah, this is the transition to the hybrid area, which means that you'll see different changes in performance, adjustments in strategies, and it's just kind of a different, you know, kind of ball game when it comes to vehicles and whatnot. Oh, and it loads pretty fast too, which you know, kind of expected. There's also spatial sound support, DTSX support, you know, just for audio quick options, online co-op 2, local multiplayer 2, online multiplayer up to 8. You'll see the change here, 4K 30, 2K 60, which again, such a weird, I haven't seen that actually noted as 2K in a video game. I think, I can't really recall another time where it's actually been like straight up 2K as opposed to being like just saying balanced or quality or just resolution stuff. It's a bit odd. But as you can tell, lots of different tracks, different times of day, dawn, night, evening, midday. You can have rain, you can have snow, you can have snowstorms, rainstorms. You know, there's all kinds of different driving conditions, a wide range of different cars, lots of different scenarios. There's actually quite a lot of setup going on. But yeah, you'll notice a dip there, obviously, as soon as we get going in regards to the frame rate. But you will notice that it does look a lot cleaner. So, you know, again, it's not necessarily like a perfect representation of real life and everything like that. But, you know, it looks fine, looks pretty good. You know, again, a huge range of different environments that you get to race through in different scenarios and whatnot. And, you know, it's a competition against others, but you are very much kind of just fighting the clock as the most part, and then getting, you know, compared against others, which I think is neat. For this type of racing, as I kind of mess up right off the bat, doesn't matter, we're just showing it off anyways. But yeah, it's a lot harder to handle at the lower, you know, frame rate kind of quality, but it does look, again, a lot sharper, like car models, environment-wise. Yeah, it's a big thing. So community-wise, you can now share customized livery and stickers with other players. There'll be rewards for the best creations. You'll have to get used to the new mechanics when it comes to the hybrid engines. There's other physics adjustments and whatnot. Online play, like we've mentioned. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty, intensive, complex, realistic vehicle physics. I wonder if they're going to use this technology in some other type of racing game down the road. It seems like a bit of a shame to, develop something for so long, a franchise, and then it kind of like disappear. It's a bit sad. But again, the beast in the way of licensing is how things go when it comes to gaming experiences. Am I right? Yeah, things can change on a dime. They say that about regular life too, which is interesting. But yeah, you get a neat selection of different ways to compete. You've got kind of quick matches, you've got a bit of a career type thing, there's some little tourney stuff you can do. So yeah, it's about the same, I would say, modes-wise and stuff as previous entries. It just kind of, again, like most iterative things where you get them like year on year, just expands stuff, adds to that legacy. I do wonder long term how much this is going to be like remembered as a franchise, but I'll kind of be like, oh yeah, those rally titles for years and years. Because this was something that they also kind of put together. This is pitiful right here for me. Yeah, this is also something where they've like made this work on like say like the Switch and stuff over time. So it's been like adapted for different platforms. It's a neat series. I definitely think it's something that could be fun, could be intensive, but it's gonna be for a different type of racing fan as well because of the discipline that's in play here. The whole rally concept, a little bit unique, a little bit different from I think a lot of the racing that most people are used to. I don't want to say it's niche, but it is a little different because a lot of people are just used to racing other cars or doing open world racing, so it definitely is a bit distinctive. And oh yeah, the photo mode, pretty cool. Like they actually have like a pretty decent sort of little photo mode with some effects and stuff. I thought I'd just play around with it and show off like some of the environment and whatnot, because that does look pretty sharp. You see all these kind of photo options, field of view stuff. It's kind of neat. I try to highlight photo modes if they're available in games. I don't know if you've noticed that in other videos, but sometimes I forget to. But it's kind of a neat little thing that some people like to play around with, showing off their cool cars, showing off their fancy settings. But it all loads fast, I would say, for the most part. There's lots of complexity in your setups. It's very easy to get racing if you just want to do quick races. If you want to have something more meaty and complex, obviously you've got story structuring. We're going to go back to the 2K60 mode. So I think it offers a little bit of everything. A little bit of what you would expect out of this type of game. It ends on a pretty decent note. I would have liked them to take the visual technology a little bit further, as I'm sure some people that are used to settings from the past would be like, oh, well, I don't think they're really pushing things as much. But I do believe also with this being like the last entry, they're kind of just getting it out there, releasing it, doing some quality of life improvements, and then probably saying goodbye to the series and whatnot from this standpoint. But I believe another company's going to pick it up. I think it's EA or something like that down the road is going to have it. So that will be fascinating when that time comes. I don't really have any other details to kind of add. So from this point forward, you can enjoy some non-commentary gameplay across a couple different other scenarios just to show off the different, setups and whatnot that are available. Just so you see some weathering, just so you see some time of day changes. And good luck out there enjoying the action of Rally in this WRC Generations experience.
And right 2, don't cut, into left 2. And right 3, keep into left 2, short. Into right 2, cut. And square right widens into square left 50. Left 4 and left 4 short. right 4, keep in. And left 5, narrows into right 4. Okay, let's carry on. Into left 4 and right 4, 30. Right 5, keep middle, into right 5, don't cut. And flat right, don't cut, 80. Caution, square left, 100. Flat right and flat left. Into flat right, bumpy, into flat left. Into flat right, bumpy. And caution, left 6, narrows, 100. Crest, keep middle. Into flat right, into flat left, 300. Left 6, tightens, 300. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're off. 200, bumpy. Left 5 into kings, 50. Right 2, don't cut, and left 2, small cut, 50 over bump. Into left 5 narrows, rock out, and left 2. Into right 3, tightens. And flat left bumpy, into right 5, don't cut, 30. Left 4 bumpy, into right 5 bumpy, 100. Left 6 into right 5 narrows, 50. Left 6 into right 6 narrows, brake, 50. Left 3, 50. Flat right, bumpy, 50. Left 5 over crest, keep middle, 150, bumpy. Hard brake, left 2 narrows, through gate, widens, 100. Jump into flat right, 200. This might hurt. Whoa! Jump into hard brake for square left, narrows, 30. Flat left, 150, bumpy. Into left 6 cut, into widens. Into right 6 tightens, over jump, 100. What? And left 6 brake, jump. Caution, square right narrows at junction, 80, bumpy. On okay, you. Left 4. And right 5 into left 5, narrows. Into right 4 and right 4. Left 5 tightens, hard brake for hairpin right at junction. and left 3 and right 3 long, tightens. Into left 2 short, into right 2 short. Into left 2 caution through water, keep into right 2, tightens, 30, bumpy. Left 2, don't cut, and right 2 into dip. Into left 3, narrows. Into right 4, tightens, brake, into left 3. And left 3, into right 3, tightens, 30. Left 1. And left 4 short, into right 5 short, brake, and left 4 short, into right 5 short,